mega boss, the big man, the king from last year, and trying to see if we could capture the crown for this year, 2018 Carnival. Fish, tell me what's up.
Well, as everybody know, I'm coming there to do what I got to do for the people. It's going to be a show. It's going to be a fantastic show. You got 10 great contestants that's coming to try to dethrone me. You hear the word here is try. So they're going to try their best. I'm going to do my best to make sure they don't.
Now you have the Bobo, you have the Brat. They didn't participate last year, they're participating this year. And I understand they're coming especially for you. They want back the crown from you. You're not deserving. They are the veterans, and they mean to say they deserve it instead of you. What you got to say about that, chance?
Well, my grandmother had told me something when I was small. She said, when you live in hope, you die in despair. So if they're coming back hoping, a lot of them going to die in despair.
A lot of them going to die in despair. How confident are you to capture the crown this year?
Well, I have two powerful songs. I'm going to tell first of all, my lyrical content and the topics are based on what the people tell me they want to hear. So I didn't just decide to write these songs and put them down and say, this is what I'm going to do. It's based on what the people tell me they want. People actually came and said, Fish, this happened and this is what we expected. And I have a fan base, you know, it's like a cult. They follow Fish. They love Fish. They want to hear Fish. And they're going to get what Fish going to give them what they requested. And that's how I deal with it.
Now, the Calypsonians this year have a lot to sing about. They got the hurricane, they got the falling of the government. Are you going to have some of that in your song?
Yeah, definitely. It's all going to be there, but I'm going to touch it on a wider base and bring a lot more flair to it.
Like what? You cut me short here.
Well, I ain't going to reveal and I ain't going to unleash too much, but I could tell you from now, it's all going to be tasteful and it's going to be, how you say, punchy, raunchy, and to the point and concise.
Last Friday, we had also elections for the 3 executive board members that took place, and that went very well. And today we have a new president that will be coming in, and her name is Miss Sophia Rizme Peterson. The election in 3 categories that we had was the president, the treasurer, and the general secretary. Ms. Rizme Peterson, she won the presidency with 74 votes. The general secretary, Mr. Richard Arendel, he won in his category with 115. And the treasurer, Francisco Mariana, he won with 72 votes as treasurer. I would also like to thank the election committee that we had. Ms. Belinda Bryson, she was the chairperson, Mr. Lawrence Bladen, and Jane Gums, that really helped us with that election, and they brought it out in record time. Well, after we closed the door at 4, before 5 o'clock, we had all votes were counted and everything. We also had, the election took place also on Sabre and Stacia. In Stacia, I'd like to thank Mr. Eardley Woodley for doing his part on Stacia, getting those votes in a timely manner to us, as well as Mr. Dave Livingstone. He worked on Sabre, and he also got those votes in a timely manner. So all in all, we are happy to say we have a new board. Ms. Rizme will be taking over in the next few weeks from my person. I'll be sitting with her, going through, because we still have a lot of stuff that still has to be finalized. We'll try to see in the process what can be finalized before I leave. If not, then Ms. Rizme will be taking it over to continue with those duties. We also have the problem with Maho. It's not actually a problem. We are kind of winding down with everything now because we are getting everyone to understand exactly what is happening. Management also came forward and they made a lot of changes, all that was requested of them. They made all of those changes. People that want vacation is getting their vacation pay. The hours them was we established was the 3 hours they will be being paid at net salary at this point. They also have their doctor cards are in force. They will be changing the doctor cards every 3 months for them, so they will have their medical benefits. And some other issues with going to school, the time periods, we also looked into that, and that is also being dealt with. People that have other jobs will be able to go to school 3 days consecutive now instead of 3 split days, so they will be able to attend their other jobs if they would like to. People that over 60 that has medical issues or feel they cannot continue anymore, they are being paid out. They requested for payout, they are getting their payout. And persons that just want to leave for a period of time, they ask for the leave of absence, and that is also being regulated, that they will be granted their leave of absence, and then they will be able to join back the company at the end of the year when the company plans to reopen their doors. The incoming president, Ms. Sophia Rizmi Peterson.
It's going to be a challenge for me taking over Julia's position, but my aim is to continue doing the outstanding job that she has done and work for the members of WICSU, PSU. With the board that I have now and Julia there to support me, I am aiming to do my best as the new president of WICSU, PSU.
Tell them, connecting you.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
These combination of airline would benefit St. Martin.
Well, PGIE is definitely one of those hubs that we use, as well as Winair, which serves as an island hopper in the region. But by connecting with these other airlines, likely at Air Antilles, you have a wider reach. So that's the way we can maintain our hub status as well as provide better service. Because recently we did a survey with American Airlines out of 250 forms that we received, and a lot of them were connecting flights, whether it's to St. Bart's or Anguilla or any of the other neighboring islands. We can continue to serve as the hub for all airlines. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. Stephen Cerulean.
Minister of Justice, you held discussions with the top brass of the police force recently. Can you give us some insight into the meeting as it pertains, you mentioned earlier, on safety for not only residents but our visitors as well?
Well, in general, first of all, being a Minister of Justice, you have to use a lot of discretion about what it is you discuss with the chefs of the police force or any other of the forces within the Ministry of Justice. But in general, what we addressed were the concerns of either whether it's a robbery, traffic situations. These are things that, of course, can hinder our progress as a tourist destination, because we will get complaints from either the cruise lines or the cruise passengers about the traffic. So whatever we can do to facilitate that, we'll do that. Just like the detour that's offered now, if it's still being congested, then of course we have to find alternatives. And whether the police has to escort the tour buses in, we can also do that. If we have to encourage the use of water taxis to avoid a bottleneck in the Point Blanche area, then we have to do it as well. So we have to be very solution-oriented. Now, when it comes to the data, we know around carnival time, crime tends to increase, whether it's a break-in or fights or whatever. So we know that that's a picture. We have to focus on that as well. But we can't keep all of our focus in one area, which is the village, for example, or around the village, and then neglect the other neighborhoods. So that distribution of surveillance and protection has to continue. There is a strategy in place. Also, the issue of the barkers on the beaches when the cruise ships are in, not just in the Phillipsburg area, but also in the Simpson Bay area, that is also addressed and monitored so that we can reduce that type of harassment that the tourists complain about.
Tell them, connecting you.
People all across St. Martin are switching to a more rewarding experience. The WIB MasterCard Fun Miles credit card, better known as My Card. Earn 1 Fun Mile for every $2 spent, even abroad and online. This will quickly get you a ton of Fun Miles to redeem for travel, shopping, food, fuel, and much more. But there's more to My Card. Worldwide acceptance, an EMV chip for extra security, and 250 free Fun Miles with first use. Switch to My Card today at WIB.
Fun miles, fun home within your reach.
2 weeks ago, you stressed on the fact that there was a shortage of teachers. You met with the Minister of Education on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Was that also a point of discussion?
No. And the point of discussion was not actually specifically shortage of teachers. We dealt with the terms of reference based on the committee that has to be established. And I do hope, as I already mentioned, with this exercise that we will be able to attract teachers, young persons, to be part of the teaching profession. I would like to mention also that just prior to our meeting, the minister was engaged in a meeting with MIC IT. That is the school that I visited in Trinidad while being in Trinidad for the CUT, the conference, and etc. We had an exchange in the sense of I visited the campus, etc. And they decided they're coming to St. Martin. They were here, 2 representatives were here on the visit, and they were meeting with the minister at that time. And the important part of the fact of that meeting, which I do hope in the future it can also materialize, is the vocational training for teachers in the vocational training. So NIPA was the one, actually the board of the NIPA, that extended the invitation to them. NIPA is a very young institution, and I do hope it is very, very needed, the NIPA and the development of that sector in education. And out of this deliberation with MIC IT of Trinidad, that we can also see not only the training for teachers for elementary school, but that we can see the training for some teachers where we have the shortage for secondary schools and for secondary vocational education. So, Rome wasn't built overnight. A baby has different stages they go through, creep and then walk. And I believe we are with our nose in the right direction, because this is the same institution that helped Grenada with their rebuilding after they too was devastated a couple of years ago by a hurricane, and they have that type of track record. So instead of having to just send our students away there, if we can get them to provide that type of expertise and training here locally, that will be an asset for us and a very plus development, a plus point also for us. You understand? So I feel the shortage of teachers would be able to be addressed along those 2 lines, encouraging young people to become teachers and also the active training of teachers for higher education in the sense of high schools and also the vocational sector of the higher education level.
Obviously, there is a lack of communication between the union, Y2, and the Department of Public Education. For instance, the warning letter, which was handed down to 2 teachers at the Martin Luther King School in the Water, became clear after teachers asked me to be present to at least see what was taking place. A committee is now being talked about to be established to better communicate issues such as it pertains to school teachers. How soon has it been decided that the committee will officially be established? And what are you hoping to see of the members of the committee?
You mean the committee that I said that was referred to in the
Yes.
terms of reference?
Yes.
Okay, it has to be established by ministerial decree in the month of April, and they expanded their work to, I believe, 8 months. Yeah, I think up to December. So the outcome, the final outcome, should be handed in by November, December. So in this month of April, it should be established. I think the minister and school boards, they usually have meetings, monthly meetings. So the presentation of this terms of reference and also asking school boards to present representatives would be then tabled in one of those meetings. So by the end of April, we should have that committee for the terms of reference basically established.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
In my opinion, everything is perfect and you would be great for the job. But I see here that there's a 2-year gap in your resume. What did you do?
I was hospitalized for mental illness.
Oh, mental illness?
I've undergone treatment and I have a wonderful family that supports me.
Well, that is good news.
No, it's fine. I'm recovered.
We'll contact you, okay?
For a better understanding of mental health and what you can do to stop mental health stigma, please go to the Mental Health Foundation's website at www.mhf-sxm.com.
That was a weird scene. My fans get on me. Some say they rob me of my crown. I say I don't sing, but I gon' be listening to hear what happening 2018 in this town. But when I consider the looting disaster right after Irma, I say I can't zip my lip. And when I see William, well, air condition, cruising the nation, I start back shooting from the hip. We counting down. There's no time for do-overs this time around. Cause if St. Martin don't have a hand, boy, in no time you know we dead. Apparently Fernando's not the only clown in the town. It's time for St. Martin to stand up. It's high time that we stand. But for we to stand up, then comedians must stand down. Hey! Come in! Hey, so! Pressure start now! Listen! People with sense could see the difference with incompetence between 1995 and now. We didn't have much chaos and all this ruckus. We had much more trust in we government somehow. But we ain't take nothing, cause like Francis Button, we ain't popped too sudden. We held out under all that strain. With devastation in the mix, William play he politics. Best thing he do for we was pack up and leave the Audi key. Hey! We counting down. There's no time for do-overs this time around. Cause if St. Martin don't have a head, boy, ain't no time you know dead. Apparently Fernando's not the only clown in the town. It's time for St. Martin to stand up. It's high time that we stand, but for we to stand up, then comedians must stand down. Hey! Serious message. Country in a SOS. Hear me. Blinded by power, boy, count your hours. Your black borders, then blaming the police. A stranger to the truth, we treaty you uproot. Cause people to lose, country in shambles, no peace. Your cabinet fall apart, from justice to tears. People on the warpath, and you feel St. Martin miserably. Boy, under Dennis, we never had this. You fight just to be PM to prove your incompetence at the help. We counting down. There's no time for do-overs this time around. Cause if St. Martin don't have a head, boy, ain't no time you know we dead. Apparently Fernando's not the only clown in the town. It's time for St. Martin to stand up. It's high time that we stand, but for we to stand up, then comedians must stand.